March is looking to be an incredibly busy month for gaming, with dozens of titles set to launch across multiple platforms. It's likely to be one of the most productive months of the year, with more game releases than even February had to offer. So today I'm going to tell you about some amazing game releases to look forward to in March 2023. Bleak Faith Forsaken is a dark and intense open-world action RPG with horror elements. Its intense gameplay is inspired by the Souls-like games, while the atmosphere blends cyberpunk and dark fantasy. You take on the role of a lone warrior who begins his journey at one of Forsaken's last outposts. Here, a legion of hunters vigilantly guards humanity's last hope. As you venture further and further into the world, you will gain a greater understanding of isolation, horror, and fear of the unknown. With every step you take, you will come closer to discovering the true meaning of your mission. We'll once again dive into the heartbreaking adventures of Leon, who must save the president's daughter. She's been abducted by a cult based in rural Spain, taking the series into the wilderness slightly. There, a mysterious plague has eaten away at the community and rendered them rageful and violent, leaving a gauntlet of ambushes and traps for Leon to navigate. Of course, we don't know how much Capcom will change the story and script. Its remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3 did make some updates. This means that one of gaming's most familiar campaigns could well have some surprises up its sleeve when Resident Evil 4 does eventually release. This is the sixth installment in a series of motorcycle racing games under the license of the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship. 7-time Supercross champion Jeremy McGrath will be your personal trainer, helping you make your way up the ranks and eventually becoming a world champion. The game features a large open map with a variety of supercross and motocross tracks, along with other unique locations like a mine and an airport. In addition, there have been improvements made to the physics and artificial intelligence of the game. So if you have been looking for the perfect game to help you dive into the world of Supercross, this is it. After the collapse of society, Joel Miller, a grieving father, journeys through the ruins in search of hope. He is recruited by an organization known as the Fireflies, who believe a cure may still be possible. His mission is to escort a young girl, Ellie, across the land as she appears to be immune to the disease. Through this harrowing journey, Joel and Ellie face moral dilemmas and multiple shades of gray, leading up to the masterful sequel, The Last of Us Part 2. It is an expressively told story in gaming, with a powerful narrative and a deep emotional impact. Step into the world of professional golf with EA Sports PGA Tour, the first golf simulator with a PGA Tour license. Play on faithfully reproduced courses, such as Augusta National Golf Club or Wilmington Country Club, and compete in various tournaments. Create your own golfer in career mode and customize his skill set to match your own playstyle. Whether you're a novice or a pro, you'll have to strategize around the strengths and weaknesses of your golfer to be successful. Now you have the chance to take part in the biggest golf competitions and challenge the stars of the sport. This is another installment of the popular WrestleOne series by 2K Games. The game features the same exciting ring battles between a variety of fighters that have made the series so popular. The players can also look at the more administrative side of wrestling by becoming a team or event manager. The game includes an expansive editor, allowing players to create their own wrestlers, movesets, arenas, and competitions from scratch. For the ultimate in gaming experiences, this is the perfect choice for WrestleOne fans. Crime Boss Rockay City is a first-person action game set in a city that is heavily influenced by gangs. Featuring action movie stars such as Michael Madsen and Chuck Norris, the game tells the story of a power struggle. After the death of the powerful king of Rockay City, a violent gang war erupts. You take on the role of Travis Baker, an aspiring criminal who is determined to become the new king. As he strives to gain control of the city, Travis must join the raging gang war and fight for his place at the top of the criminal underworld. Ravenbound invites you on an extraordinary journey to the magical world of Avalt. To guard it from the wicked traitor, the ancient gods created Ravenbound, who will eventually battle and prevail over the forces of darkness. We assume the role of such brave heroes and explore Avalt, and even if we fail, our efforts are not wasted, as the knowledge and experience we acquire are passed on to the next incarnation of Raven. Our ultimate goal is to make Raven strong enough to complete the task assigned to him and deal with the traitor. System Shock Remake is an improved edition of the 1994 classic game, set in the year 2072 on the Citadel space station. You take on the role of a hacker tasked with infiltrating the station and stealing valuable data on a new biological weapon type. As a reward for completing the mission, you are given the latest neurological implant. It soon becomes clear that the artificial intelligence Shodan has been freed from ethical constraints and has taken control of the station, turning the crew into mutants and cyborgs and reprogramming the security systems. Now you have to fight for survival, making your way through the hordes of enemies and uncovering all the secrets of the Citadel. Step into the shoes of a military leader with the Great War Western Front, a real-time tactical strategy game set during World War I. Choose to join either the Triple Entente or the Central Powers and take part in pivotal battles from 1914 to 1919. You can choose to recreate historic events or alter the course of history. To ensure the most realistic experience possible, the developers of the game have teamed up with London's Imperial War Museum. Clash Artifacts of Chaos is an action-adventure game that puts you in a strange, fantastic land. You take on the role of Pseudo, a powerful warrior who has decided to live in self-imposed exile due to the painful memories that haunt him. His life of solitude is disrupted when he encounters a small orphaned creature with the power of healing, making him a target of the powerful Gemini, the Lord of Artifacts. In order to keep him safe, Pseudo embarks on a journey in search of the Chaos Artifacts. Along the way, both of them must overcome many dangers while observing the sacred rules of the ritual. The Last Spell is an RPG, enriched with elements taken from roguelikes and strategy games. The Last Spell takes place in a fantasy world that, as a result of a long war and the so-called cataclysm, was on the verge of destruction. During the latter, the magicians called for a mysterious fog, from which, under the cover of night, hordes of bloodthirsty monsters emerged. Those who chose to cross its borders have either gone missing or returned as madmen or monsters. Players will take control of a brave group of warriors whose mission is to protect the magicians from the darkness and stand as the last line of defense for the remnants of humanity. Contraband Police is a simulation game where you take on the role of a police officer delegated to work at the border. Your task is to identify any illegal items, such as drugs and firearms, that drivers may be smuggling. You must keep your eyes peeled, as some smugglers may attempt to hide their contraband in different parts of the vehicle. If you uncover any smuggled items, you have a choice between arresting the driver or accepting a bribe in exchange for looking the other way. Be careful with your choice, as it may affect your relationship with other police officers. This is my list of the stunning game releases of March 2023. If you have something to add, feel free to leave any comments here. If you liked this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel.